sometimes it just happens when you play against a computer that it all goes away one team. I lose a run, potentially. I mean, I'm pretty sure with no outs that guy scored from third. So that's one run right there. Rosenthal's been lights out all season. Immediately comes in and gets two. A slider gets hammered to the wall. And then he hits a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. Just drills it right into the hole between first and second. Like, they just hit his fastball like they did in the game before. They hit his fastball like he's Jared Weaver. Jared Weaver, for those that don't watch baseball, is someone that his pitch speed is so slow. It's like it doesn't even matter. Everything he pitches is hittable. All you can do is just mix in movement, or mix the movement.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next.
Alright, I gotta refocus. I can't be upset over that game. I gotta refocus and get myself back together. Good thing is we don't face Bumgarner the rest of this series. It's just one game. We did enough to get him out the game, lift the lead, and we couldn't finish the job.
And now, your 2018 San Francisco Giants.
And I'm facing a former Cardinal.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this.
Strongly dislike Jaime.
Now a chance to look at the starting nine for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Harold, what's the focus for this lineup as they look?
Dyson, no hits yet, but he got to walk.
Well, Matt, this is a pitcher's ballpark. You can hit your best ball, and it's not going to get out of the ballpark. It's going to end up being a flyout. It allows the pitcher to challenge you more. So as a hitter, you have to get out of your mind worrying about the ball not carrying.
Well, I'll tell you what, right now, it's super important that I won Game 2. I came back and won, otherwise we'd be on the brink of elimination right now.
Jaime Garcia will be on the mound for Game 4. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, this guy's been a very good major league pitcher. I love the fact he's always solid. He doesn't complain. He wants to
Garrett gets a fucking lie.
His ERA is under 3.5. So I'm looking for him again to have another one of those outings where he's durable and goes after the hitter.
Got to refocus.
Defensive alignment for the Giants. And behind the
come into this game and be prepared.
Took him a little while to figure out how to work things in the big leagues, but boy, can he catch. He's still catch and throw. He'll fool you every now and then, too, but he calls a tremendous game.
For St. Louis, center fielder, number 4.
Okay. Game over, brand new game.
And
Rosenthal will not see the mound for the rest of this series.
Bring you this one here tonight.
I can promise you.
And the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Maben is there. One away.
Batting second, shortstop, NLDS Game.
And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz.
Alright. That Game 2 was sick.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a slider's in the dirt.
Wind blowing in.
For a ball. Fog starting to roll in from across the bay, so a cool 55 degrees as we get going tonight.
See if we can get this W. Because I'll tell you what, if I lose this game, there's a day off in between. And I tell you what's going to happen. It's Game 5. Whatever you have to do to win. Reyes and Martinez will pitch 20 innings if they have to combine.
He couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike.
Smith's tired. There's a day off. But I don't think they would pitch Bumgarner on 2 days rest.
shot on the ground.
Base hit, all right. Good job, Diaz.
For a hit.
That's a nice controlled two-strike approach. You cut your swing down,
and honestly, Leak didn't pitch bad. He pitched out of a huge jam in the 8th. And the hit that he gave up that ultimately, like, he gave up 2 hits. One was the bloop infield single check swing. And the one that barely got out the infield to win the game.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And this
that's all he did. He pitched well. So you look at it, I made a decision to start Wayno for a game 4 over Leak. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me.
It's pretty reasonable back there. He's consistent. You don't see many guys rubbernecking calls on him.
And this is fouled straight back. Runners on first with 1 down. And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2. 2-2, here it is. Now a ball popped up.
Oh, just exactly what you need. Barely had to move, could have laid on the ground and just rolled over to catch the ball.
The right fielder, number 15.
Striding into the box, Rendell Gritcher. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away.
Welcome back, AZ.
And this is fouled back and out of play.
It's where his primary pitch is a slider.
Here's the pitch.
Same thing with Bumgardner. Not normal.
Out of the way of that one. A runner on first with 2 away. Outside, 2-1. And this one's in the dirt.
Can't hold back on any of those pitches. That's not a good sign. Him and Diaz struggled with that early in this game. That changeup.
Pitch on 2-2. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And the
too far back. Diaz will get to third. Comstock will have an opportunity. So another early opportunity to try to take a lead. See if we can take advantage this game. Haven't been able to really do it yet.
Try to take it back up the middle hard like you did right here. Nice job.
All right, Reed. Had a great year. I need you to come through with a hit here, buddy. I did not. This is going to be the last game in the stream. Because this game is probably going to finish around 1 o'clock. And I have to be up at 5.
He's set. Here it comes. Now a flare out toward right center. Calling for it. Parker. And that's the 3rd out. Cards strand a couple. Now it'll be the Giants' turn. No score.
That worked too.
And with that, a look at Bruce Bochy's lineup.
Yeah, it was this.
Danny, any thoughts?
Well, you have to be.
No, I'm gonna sum it up. I was up 2-1. I was up 2-0. Gave up a home roll. I was up 2-0. Had runners on first and third. Set the controller down. Double steal. Runner out at home. Runner at first goes to second. Ground out. Or I'm sorry, pop out, and then fly out to left in the inning. They get a solo shot in the bottom half. Or no, at that point I was up 2-1 and that happened. Then I bring in Trevor, gives up back-to-back hits. I believe I walked Posey. So they have the bases loaded with 1 out. A sac fly where Dyson did not charge the ball. He kind of went around at an angle like he's just catching a routine fly ball. and the throw was offline because the animation was silly. Tried at 2, panic pinch hits. Hits a check swing single that he barely made contact with the ball. And then with 2 outs, they get a single because he got someone, I can't remember who it was, advanced in the second. And yeah, ball barely gets out the infield. Grichuk throw is on the money, but Comstock cannot hold on to the ball, and they score. Game over, they win.
First pitch of the at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Oof. Ouch.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. 1 out, nobody on.
And that's not going to get paid. I hear that payday's coming up for me on Friday. It comes soon enough. You know, that's a rent check.
And he just gets a
so I guess what am I really getting paid for? To be able to sleep comfortably at night, indoors. That's what I pay for. That's what I get paid for. My boss is putting in for a raise, you know, so that would be nice. And she said that I should get paid more, and I'm just, you know, sitting there because I have my job performance review today. Like, you should definitely getting paid more. I'm looking at her like, well, no shit, I know that.
And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. Hold on here, though. You can see the skipper heading out of the dugout.
Dan, don't fuck with me. We all know he was out. I don't even have to look at the replay. Come on now. Now let's him get a drink. It's too early in the game to come up with fuckery.
I couldn't really tell when I saw it at full speed, and I'll tell you what, it's still not clear to me from that replay. We'll see if they decide to challenge it after they look at it from a few more.
Speaking of fuckery, notice how I went with Wainwright away from the ball to make sure Peralta got it. I didn't want Wainwright to get it because he does that stupid they have that stupid animation where they take like a step or two and come to a complete stop, pivot, and then you throw to first. Probably would have been safe. Couldn't take the risk.
Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used
I agree with that. Because you look at, let me think, coming up October, there's 2 things I want in October. I want Danganronpa 3 and Super Mario Odyssey. That's it. I need money.
His career line against Wainwright comes in with 6 hits in 21 at-bats.
And speaking of that, I forgot October. Also, the week before Mario Odyssey comes out is TwitchCon, so I actually kind of would need to get a ticket at some point, and those tickets are not cheap.
Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
That's a high strike on a curveball.
I could tell when the pitch initially happened, or when it initially happened, like, man, he's out. Like, it's just like, if I had a cam on, you guys would have laughed. The face I made was just like, okay, you're just gonna make me waste like 40 seconds, or really like over a minute, going through the replay, just for you to tell me what everyone already knows. I do. I play Madden. I'm in a Madden online franchise. I've streamed some Madden Ultimate Team. I'll do more once I'm done with this baseball season. I also have NHL, and I'm going to start an NHL franchise probably next week.
And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
But definitely will be playing Madden. As a matter of fact, I already scheduled my next league game is 48-hour advances. My next league game will be Friday afternoon.
Carpenter gets him, and that ends the inning.
Actually, I might be able to play both that because we advance tonight. So I'll be able to play him before we advance Friday night. And then after we advance, I may be able to play the next guy. It'd be the Lions and then the Saints, I believe. Excited for the NHL? I am in real life, and I definitely am for the PS4. I need the hard drive space. That's kind of why I've been waiting. NHL definitely is a lot of fun though, and the games go by quicker, so I feel like I could knock out 3 or 4 games in a stream.
Now that's a slider that's pretty easy to
I
recognize.
wish you could have custom sounds though. Like I'm a Sabres fan, it'd be nice if I could at least give them their real, goal song.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air.
Best place to hit a ball in this ballpark.
He makes the catch, a great effort.
Except when they're able to catch it anyway, because the ball hangs up there forever. That ball drops. That's a double or a triple.
Look at it again with show track. The route was everything it needed to be, and he covered a ton of ground.
Slow ass Cameron Maven makes it all the way over there. The ball hangs forever. Up the mic, so I need to actually get resituated. I have not played Diamond Dynasty. I have a team. I actually made a team, and you know, the cards that you get for rewards and stuff, and I bought some packs, but I have not played a game. Even though I said I would this year, and then look what happened. Same crap as last year. I lied to myself. That's a huge one, because that ball drops, that's at least 2 bases. Usually a ball hit there is 3.
2-0 count, here it comes. Ran that one in on him a bit, as this time it's tapped foul at home plate.
I have not. I'm not sure if I will. I had basketball last year, and I played in the league, and I did not enjoy it a whole lot. I had, well, obviously 2K, there wasn't an NBA Live last year.
On the ground.
See, if that's me, Wainwright would have took 2 more steps and stopped. The computer, they don't really do that animation that much.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that will bring in the third baseman, Johnny Peralta.
That hit would have advanced.
Held high by Peralta. Now the pitch.
That hit would have advanced Brantley to third. It would have been 1 out. Can't believe Maven ran all the way over there and caught that ball. It's not like he's super fast.
The 0-1 pitch. Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. And Crawford will make the play, and the inning
have to lead off with a pitcher. That's not fun.
Half of the inning, all told. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0.
Leading off for the Giants.
But who knows? NHL could start faster, because I tell you what, if this season ends, I look at it this way. In my head, this is how this looks. This is game 4 tonight. Hopefully I win. If I lose, game 5's tomorrow. If I lose, well, NHL could start tomorrow. Because that's it. The hope, obviously, is that I win, and then I could start the NLCS tomorrow. And, you know, it's best of 7, so what? I normally don't stream on Thursday, but I'm making an exception because I wanted to get this season finished before the end of the... Said I wanted the season finished before the end of the month. Still likely can happen. But, yeah, I'm trying to get as many games in as I can. If I win the World Series, or if I make it to the World Series, this season will end on... before I go back to work on Tuesday. I love pop-ups.
Hit hard on the ground at first. Scooped up on the backhand. And he'll step on first himself.
Run your ass over there.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Mike Moustakas.
On the PS4, on the PS4, no. On last year's game, Season 1, I missed the playoffs. last year's game, I lost in the wild card round and finished one season. I lost in the wild card. I had to play a play-in game to get the second wild card, beat the Mets, and then I lost to the Giants. Bumgarner had a perfect game going into the 7th. So that tells you all you need to know. I only lost 1-0. MLB 15, I lost to Milwaukee in the best of 5. Won the first game. It is so easy to hit the ball out in this ballpark for lefties.
A solo shot that time for Mike Moustakas. His first homer so far in the series as the Giants are staked to a 1-0 lead.
I did throw a cutter inside, but of course he just drills it miles over the wall.
Well, how do you beat the shift? You hit it over the shift, of course. You can't play guys
into
sky, so he
McCovey Cove.
And out of here.
That's not where I wanted to pitch. I wanted to pitch in on the black. And it just sits in, it sits up over the middle of the plate. Pretty much just fucking batting practice, home run derby pitch. And then the very next pitch is down in the zone on the black, and immediately after getting those calls, he doesn't get that pitch. But the last time I won the World Series on PS3, so that'll be MLB 13. Amazing World Series too. I lost, if I remember correctly, the Yankees had home field advantage. I lost games 1 and 2, and I came back in the 9th inning to win games 3 and 4. To tie it. Game 5, I beat the hell out of them. We go back to New York. I blow a lead in Game 6, and then I won Game 7 in extras. Never trailed in the game. But it was just a crazy game. Crazy series. I think I still have the highlights saved on my dashboard on PS3. Maybe one of these days when I stream on the PS3, I'll play it so you guys can see it's by far the craziest, easily the craziest baseball series I've ever had. Had a really good hockey one back on PS1, but that's easily baseball, the best that I've ever had.
Too low, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Dyson's there.
Outstanding.
Alright,
Bueno. 1 hit. Not the end of the world. I think it goes back to last night talking about number of hits versus quality. Of course, theirs is a home run. But it's a long way to go. And we know if it goes to Game 5 that they're going to pitch Johnny. And I didn't really hit him necessarily, didn't hit him well. Just that, you know, my guys pitched a shutout.
Into the windup and the pitch. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Looks at a changeup right over
all time.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
I'll give you 2 answers for different reasons, and I can explain why.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A chance here for Dozier at second.
One,
throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone.
I personally would like to meet Ken Griffey Jr., and I know that's not that long ago, but I would like to meet him in person and pick his brain, because he was my favorite player growing up. Like, it was kind of close between him and
he's ready. Here's the first offer.
Before that, the answer would have been Tony Gwynn, but I went to San Diego State, and he was a coach there before he died. So I got to meet Tony Gwynn a couple times on campus, like in the dining hall, and talk baseball with him. The art of hitting, pool holes before he got, you know, his last year with the Cardinals, talking about Barry Bonds, like just talking to him about hitting, like he is, like his knowledge is just crazy. Like, no wonder you hit so well. The other answer, though, why I said 2 people, is because I would like to talk to Jackie Robinson. That's for the craziness that he had to deal with. Just like get first-hand stories on some of the stuff that he had to deal with.
1-2. Dribbled to the right side, but that one rolls foul.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Thank you. I'll take the base. I'm behind in the count. It's already 2 strikes. I'm not gonna lie. I don't give a damn. Unless you're injured, I don't give 2 fucks. Walk your ass to first base.
He's got speed to burn, so look for him to try and make something happen out there.
Now we'll step off the rubber and go to first. And he'll be back in standing up.
Cat and mouse game right now.
In now, Aledmus Diaz, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike.
I have.
1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
I definitely have.
Here comes the 0-1.
What about you guys?
Neck-high fastball that time.
Well, that's a great pitch right there. You're saying to yourself, wow.
And since I guess I leave one like thing out altogether,
You're set up ready to throw. If you get the call, great.
I tried to drive that down the line.
Runner at first here, 1 man out.
I'm trying to think of what pitcher I'd want to see. Hit Gibson would be a good one, but I think I might want to even go back. I'd probably want to talk to Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan.
Now another 1-2.
Records that will never be broken. Most strikeouts in a season. No way in hell that'll ever get broken. It's not possible.
And he just fouled him off. So he tried to throw something right there and make him chase, and he didn't. So I don't know where he goes from here.
Pitch count's kind of high as it stands.
Here's the 2-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Maben there to put it away for out number 2. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
And the Dodgers advance. And 2-1 on the other side. So whoever faces the Dodgers, you know, because this series is going to have to wait, you get Kershaw in game 1, possibly game 4 and 7. But for sure game 1.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Looking up how.
And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2.
Well, now's when he gets nasty. He's 0-2, and you know he's got 5 pitches in his arsenal to put him away. It's almost impossible for the hitter to sit on anything.
2 out with the man at first.
Worst situation to be in, down 0-2.
Hit on the ground toward the left. Moustakas has it, and he'll go the short way to retire the side.
Jaime Garcia shutting me out through 4. Or 3. I'll probably be through 4 at this rate.
So coming to the plate.
Are you asking me who I would choose? Or are you saying those would be the guys that would
First pitch of the at-bat.
You would want to
good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Ready with the 0-1.
They definitely don't.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Now here's the pitch. Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there.
All right.
swing and a line drive. But this is foul near the seats.
See if I can get him to chase a cutter out the zone.
Here he comes again.
Or throw it like right on the corner.
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch.
That works.
That's the first out of the inning.
Play on vet.
Good job of
Don't blame you.
chase a pitch for the strikeout.
Makes me wonder sometimes with this game.
Advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand.
Jaime Garcia.
And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Into the box now, Jaime Garcia. Grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1.
Yeah, who I think is better. I am going to go with Randy Johnson, and I'll tell you why.
Hit down the line at
Now, something needs to be said about tipping pitches, because I believe when he faced the Cardinals that he was tipping pitches, which is why Edmonds, Roland, and Pujols, those guys, they had so much success against him in the playoffs.
He got on top of one and was a ground out.
Taking that away, dude's dominant. Whenever you have someone that can throw 100 miles an hour, it's difficult. And once he harnessed his slider, it was his KO.
Kind of surprised.
The fact that you could have that huge of a difference of speed, all he had to do, like, that's all anyone said when he was in Seattle. Once he gets control of his fastball, it's a wrap. And then he added the slider and was able to get that enough. Like, it's so hard because you look at, if you pitch that hard, kind of like with Chapman, if the ball is in the strike zone,
down the third baseline, backhanded, and now a jump throw against his body, and a
great play. Of course, this happens a lot on this game, but still, it's still a good throw. You can develop control. You can't develop power and velocity, not like that. So I would take that. Schilling was really good, but man, Johnson, when Johnson was on, that was a scary dude to face.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. A swing and a high drive to right center.
Guess what? 1-0, bitches. You fucking cunt. Excuse my language. I thought that was a home run.
And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
Anytime the ball is hit,
holding the controller. But there you go. That's triple alley.
The center fielder gives chase, but
almost out. If the wind's blowing out, that's a 1-1 game.
Knew it was going to be a triple.
High off the wall. Alright, so man on third, no outs. This needs to be a run. I think that's obvious.
Into the box, Reed Comstock. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off.
Terrible swings.
Behind 0-2 now.
Tell you what, I'm already taking inventory in the fourth inning here, Matt.
Ortiz would be pretty cool, and that's even from Cardinal fans saying that.
I just wonder if they're going to make an adjustment as the game continues.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Swung out 2 balls, well, 1 for sure. There we go, base hit. Thank you, Reed. Tie game. And still no outs.
Well, that's a nice hit. We're right back where we started with that.
It's a relief.
Base hit. The game is tied.
Then lefty and then power coming back up with Jed. Well, I think that's one of my first hits to right field this trip through St. Louis. Or I'm sorry, St. Louis, San Francisco. Get single through right, and then got the it went the other way in triples alley.
So make him 0 for 1 so far.
And I'm aware of his pitch count.
The 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Well, I like the
I'm not gonna lie, I take an error at this point.
Chase right there, make him think that ball's over the plate and it runs away, but he led off it. I don't know how, but he did.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Parker has a play, 1 down.
That's why I don't hit
He
to
will
right.
scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting, second baseman, Jed Jerko.
Here's Jed Jerko now. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
But the important thing is we tied the game. Ultimately, at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. I'm looking at his pitch count. It's about halfway through.
From the stretch. First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1.
I'd love for Jed to just crank one right now. Had 2 in game 2.
The 1-0 delivery. Here's Jerko.
And he does! Jed Jerko! 3-1 St. Louis.
And
On command!
I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed.
And just like that,
It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His 3rd home run of this series.
the tide has turned.
A 3-1 lead.
420.
Well, he clearly did not miss that one. He got everything behind it, drove it out
Well,
of the ballpark.
there was no doubt about that one.
Didn't miss it.
3-1. 421.
Now
Okay.
time is marked out by the home plate umpire.
Johnny Peralta.
They have no one throwing. Okay.
Here's Johnny Peralta now. A swing.
The other way, that's at least a double.
Racing back at the track, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Well, when you serve up pitches like that, Matty, you know these hitters.
Someone faster would have had 3 and we would have been in the same situation as we started.
As he blasts this thing, the last 2 hitters have really set.
Like I said, it's so hard to hit home runs in this ballpark. And there you go.
Back jacks right there. Yeah, so now we'll see if the next guy can keep this train rolling.
It's the pitcher. No one has confidence in damn Waino. I am going to bat with him, though. It's 1 out. It's not necessarily super important to get him moved over to 3rd.
A slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
You know, guys, these hitters have had some great looks at that slider so far, and clearly they're all on the same page. The plan is simple.
Ooh, all
Lay
right.
off that slider and make him bring up something straight in the strike zone.
And 2-0.
Because if you walk him, I gladly will take it.
This guy can hit a little bit too, so you just can't lay one in there 2-0.
Speaking of batting order, where are they at? Top. Alright. So I was looking to see, like, if they're near the bottom, this could benefit me.
Good lead off is second there. Now the pitch.
Alright, there we go.
That's the call on the changeup there. 2-1.
Love the pitch call there.
Wainwright getting a hit here would be so clutch.
For a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone, that's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
3 runs already home here. Inside for a ball as he falls.
This pitch count. This is helping me out a lot because I would love to just get this guy out the game.
Right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with. Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. Weakly hit towards first.
Ugly.
And
I'll
they
accept
tag
it.
him out, but this will work as a sort of a sacrifice as the runner moves up.
That's a good one.
Sometimes for a first baseman, the best thing you do is just go ahead and tag the guy like that. Hey, there's a lot more that can go wrong when you try to throw to the pitcher or the second baseman covering.
Here's Gerard Dyson. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
I don't know the metrics for
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
the Diamondbacks as far as if it's a hitters or pitchers park. I can't remember. I know obviously Detroit is a pitchers park. For that reason, I feel like the ceiling is higher for Goldsmith, but I feel
hit out towards second. Dozier gets to it. Throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th quarter. It's now 3-1 St. Louis. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Comes into this at-bat.
I would probably go Goldsmith, but I would acknowledge that Martinez plays in a park that is not favorable for his stats. But I would probably still go with Goldsmith.
Coming from Wainwright. Now a swing and a fly ball. And they can't run it down.
That's actually a really good question too. I love JD Martinez. Just on a shit team.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing and he
that does help having Cabrera in your lineup. But still.
Going to wind up a foul ball. 2 strike pitches, chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again.
Alright, we need to actually kind of get through. We need to just get through this inning.
Line drive to left. And a reaching effort, but this ball gets by him as he does a half gainer to try to flag it down. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Man, that's got to sting for the pitcher and his teammates. They just get on the board and are feeling good about themselves, looking for a shutdown inning so they can get some more runs on the board. But instead, this guy blasts a leadoff double. Getting that shutdown inning is going to be a lot tougher now.
Yeah, his transition this year has been really, really good.
Here's Buster Posey now as he lays it out to center. That's in there, base hit. Crawford rounds the corner and is headed home.
A freebie. Brantley misses the ball, and then it ends up costing us a fucking run right away. Shock, shock. The Giants need something. It happens. Damn it.
Here's Brian Dozier now. As the first pitch.
Come on, Wayno, get it back together.
Strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Whoa, he looks like
really? I'm trying to hit the like right outside the corner, and I missed that much? Come on.
He's fighting himself a little bit, so they might want to head out to the mound and try to calm him down.
Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. The third baseman, Mike Moustakas now, as Wainwright's able to jump ahead of him here with strike 1. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
What a terrible break, man.
He's pitching him with the respect.
And all started again. I don't think they called it an error, but yeah, Brantley misses that ball. And that missed ball results in a run, and things getting off to a bad start.
Reaches to foul this one away. Again, he sends it out of play. Tapped up the first baseline. That winds up foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Misses, ball 2.
I mean, if he's going to hit every damn pitch that's in the strike zone, I mean, this guy's going to have a 12-pitch at bat. Basically, it's like one of those computer specials. You feel like they're just going to get a hit.
The 8th pitch of the at bat coming up. Grounded back up the middle to second for 1.
Thank you.
It's in time, a double play.
Oh, that double play gave him a really good chance to minimize the damage here. 1 run has come across, but now he just has to work to strand that runner at third. Would be pretty huge if he can do that.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Hyun-Soo Kim, as he's got a
6,
chance
7,
to tie
8.
this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Thank you, out the inning.
There is Jerko.
Throw the ball, shit.
Carpenter gets him, and that ends the inning. 2 hits for the Giants lead to a run in the inning. We played 4 full. St. Louis is out in front, 3-2. And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz. And Dan, I'm sure the
Arizona, to me, honestly, Arizona is the scariest team in the National League right now.
Really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
Okay. We're going to need another run. We're not going to win this game 3-2.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a ball 1-0.
This is probably going to be his last inning. I assume that when the bottom of the 5th, they're going to take him out.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Slow little grounder left side. And
why couldn't the pitcher get it?
With a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Carpenter.
I would love to see triples hit all day.
He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
All day.
Now here's the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Kim's on his horse. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one.
Hey, it's okay.
Had a long way to go to make that running catch, and here it is again with the show track numbers.
Another extremely long run for an out by someone that's not that fast. Makes you feel good.
Bring it in. No doubt in efforts his teammates are appreciative of. Here's Randall Grichuk. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down go the Redbirds on a mere 4 pitches, but they still lead it 3-2. Ready now, Jarrett Parker. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Jarrett Parker.
12:01. Make it through another. I can make it through another hour.
As he jumps ahead of the leadoff man, 0-1.
Kind of only at the halfway point of this game. And then too, what I'm gonna do, not tonight. When this series is over, I will go through and I will set the, I guess I would highlight it, but I'm gonna set it specifically for the game. So I will upload each game separately to YouTube. Wicked was nice enough last night to do some clips, so I'm gonna put a link together tomorrow while I'm at work. Tomorrow's a little bit of a slower day, so I'll be able to link those, and that will be good stuff.
Up next for the Giants, first baseman, Brady
Gordon.
Digging in to try it again, Brady Gordon. He's 0 for 1.
I couldn't imagine being an outfielder in Polo Grounds, though. I feel like you would get a lot of cardio. They used to be fun playing back in the day, like Triple Play on the Genesis. I'm sorry, Genesis PS1. I mean, I think Triple Play was on Genesis too, but that's when I was playing it. Back when touching the ball with McGuire and Sosa meant it was a home run automatically. Those were the days.
Corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
Give me that.
And a check swing.
Garbage.
Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball one.
So we're going to go back out there. This different pitch.
Hard sinker misses 2-2. Fifth inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. And
now we'll drop a curve. Only pitch he hasn't seen yet.
But this will get back into
Saw it at the beginning. It's been a while. Might be able to get him.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Hey, I know the idea is to try to get the guy to swing on a 2-2 pitch, right? But that one was
ooh, a fly ball to right for an out. Cool.
Swung at that pitch.
Under this one is Grichuk, and there are 2 away now.
You would think pitching direct, like pitching towards the line and right, would be good for you because you're just pitching to a ginormous wall.
Jaime Garcia comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch.
Garcia, don't troll me. Just sit your ass down, take the out, and move on quickly so I can use Waino for one more inning potentially.
This is pulled into right.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but I'll take the result.
Make the running play, and that will end the inning.
The ball plays better off the bat in this one for sure. There's a few legacy issues with the game, but I think the presentation is an upgrade. I like the MLB Network edition.
Ready for another chance?
It plays, when I say the ball plays better off the bat, as far as you feel like last year's game, the year before, like it's just a lot of line drives, like everything is just on a straight path. The ball has a more natural feel. It curves as it should. The wind affects the ball. It just, hits are more organic than they've been in the past. You can have those low line drive doubles, low line drive home runs because just the way that it comes off the bat, which is really nice.
Pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
And I like this, the player quirks. Some of it is based off of how you play. Some of it's based off of ratings. So for Comstock, he has high contact, so he's a hit machine. Stingy is because he does a good job of fouling pitches off. And control artist, as a catcher, he's able to paint the
pitch.
Help frame pitches a little bit better, so it helps out my pitching staff. There's some for playing good at home, some for playing good at night, some for being good at hitting breaking balls. So it adds a little something else to each player, makes him a little more unique. But I like this game. Compared to last year, I definitely think it's an upgrade.
On that one and crushed it, just pulled it a little.
Yeah, I was trying to hit that one out.
That fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're.
And I think they will get someone throwing now.
Make him work his tail off.
Also, the AI that they had an issue last year where pitchers would come out a little too early. They fixed that this year on this year's game. So starting pitchers have more they get pulled more realistically than they would in the past.
Clearly, he's still in there for at least one more hitter.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Matty, but I think this lefty-lefty matchup right here may have been enough to convince the manager to stay with him. So we'll see if it works out.
Hopefully it does work out for me.
Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1.
Oh, that looks like a pretty good pitch to hit. It's a little bit late, so he might have been just fooled just a tad bit, just enough not to square it up.
Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps.
Get out of play.
Line, and this will fall.
So you can see what I'm trying to do here. I don't always try to do this, but I really would like to hit the ball over there.
Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and this will not be caught. It's a foul ball.
That was a pretty good pitch on a pitch he doesn't throw very often, or I should say hasn't used in this game, that's for sure. That was a good pitch.
You're making him work for it.
Now another 0-2. And that slider's almost into dirt.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there. You're down 0-2. You're in protect mode. You want to chase that ball. Nice layoff.
It depends. Depends on what method you use. Because for me, I use meter. And I feel meter is about the same as last year. If you use, yes, beautiful hit.
He's got himself a base hit.
I can't remember what it is, but the one that's like really popular to use on this year's game, the penalty for missing pitches is not as bad. Trying to think. It's not analog. It's not pulse. And he's done. So that's good for me.
And that is going to spell the end for starter Jaime Garcia. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Brian Morris is given the ball here to try to work out of a tough situation. 2 runners in scoring position to deal with.
Even, I feel like, honestly, if you use pulse is easier to hit with on, or I'm sorry, easier to hit with, easier to pitch with on this year's game. That I definitely can say. I don't necessarily use it, but I've heard good things about it as far as feedback from people that do. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that, AC Kid. You know what that means? That means that you probably got a good deal. Alright, we got to take advantage and we have to score here. I need both runs. The hell with one. I need both.
First pitch of the at-bat. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate.
A base hit probably will score Brantley. That's a big hit by Brantley too, especially against a lefty.
The 1-0 pitch.
Yes. That will score too.
To center field as he comes through. It's a base hit. And now this is bobbled out in center. And the runner from second is in to score. It's 5-2. Digging in, Johnny Peralta. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. And it looks
big at bat.
Getting hot in the Giants bullpen. Hands held high by Peralta. Now the pitch. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it right at home plate. The 0-1 on its way. Swing and a liner.
Oh, nice catch.
Foul ball.
I need to see some real quick. Who is up for them? Top of the order. Okay. So I will have to face the top of the order at least 2 more times.
Way outside. 1-2.
Because you don't have 17 anymore.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled back.
All I could do with that pitch.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And there's a
this is big because if Peralta gets walked, then I can just load, not load the bases. I could just, shit, good pitch. Easier to steal? Absolutely not. I have 2 complaints. All due respect to the show. I have 2 complaints about this game. 1, the animation with the outfielders running into the wall all the damn time. 3.
Adam Wainwright. Now a bunt attempt here. And
I have that when they're close to the wall, it's like almost like it sucks them into the wall. 2, pitchers sometimes taking extra steps that are unnecessary that end up giving up hits. The computer does it too. And steals. So when you take a step off on first, taking the lead, you don't always have the opportunity to make a move back. Sometimes you do. The other times, it's completely left up to the rating of your player. And I'll tell you what, there are way too many pickoffs on this year's game.
Sent on the ground out to second.
Way too many pickoffs on this year's game. Gerard Dyson's been picked off so many times I can't even tell you. It's ridiculous. I've had him for 1 season, but yeah, the first season I felt like just taking a step off with no intent to run I could hammer R1. Like sometimes they just don't move back because it depends on what they give you. If it's an animation they give you, it's just literally left up to the rating. And there's no way people get picked off that often. Outside of that, I like the way the game plays.
Today's game with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
And look inside, but that's ruled a strike.
Kind of wanted to take Waino out. The reason I'm not taking him out is also because I'm aware of the fact that some asshole can't pitch right now. So I would like Waino to make it through 6, and I bring Warren in the 7th.
Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Hell, if I have to bring in fucking Carlos or Reyes, I would if I had. God damn it, man.
Gets down and he's got himself a base hit. Leadoff man reaches in.
Favorable count, too much of a strike zone.
There he goes again. Here's that guy, a leadoff base hit. He's having a nice postseason. He is really locked in right now.
I'm supposed to be out the zone, or I wanted it to be out the zone.
Into the box, Brandon Crawford.
Dude, Waino, get the bench, get the pitch in the strike zone.
2 in the ball game thus far. 1-0 pitch on the way. Now a ball sprayed foul.
Yeah, what's up, Jays?
5-2 is our score here in inning number 6.
And since we're talking about last year's game, Tokyo, one thing that's hugely different is bunts. The bunts go farther up the field. So, like last year's game, you could murder people with bunts.
A 1-2 from Wainwright.
Even if you were playing for a bunt, you could still bunt the hell out of the ball. This year it's a lot harder.
And a pitch down
big double play.
Sent to second base. On to Carpenter. It's in time. A double play.
Hey, it's hard to do anything.
I agree. I think the worst part is not only the fact that we're not going to make the playoffs because the Dodgers are not going to sweep. First of all, I don't have confidence in us sweeping Milwaukee. I damn sure don't have confidence in the Dodgers, seeing how they have nothing to play for. But ultimately, again, the games you have to have down the stretch, they couldn't get them. And the Cubs, too many losses to the Cubs this year, and it sucks seeing the Cubs celebrate on our field. Really irks me. And I already know on Facebook I got the notification from my godfather, and I'm just choosing to ignore it right now. I'll wait until tomorrow to comment. I don't feel like dealing with it today because I was really, I won't even say depressed, I was just really disappointed, as I should be. And this is from someone who didn't even think they were going to make the playoffs anyway, but it's just, the realization sucks. Watching it happens when they've had the opportunity and hanging around sucks.
Back here in San Francisco, Game 4 is off to the 7th inning now, but before we get it started, let's check out our game summary to this point. George Cantos is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
All right, now I have a unique situation here.
Ready once again, Aledmus Diaz. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7.
Aledmus Diaz.
Forgot you were pitching. Or down. I'm gonna sit you down. Don't need to. Anything else I could get would be great.
The fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Here's the pitch. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
Yeah, like, honestly,
wind up the 2-0 pitch.
That's a fair point. I would have liked to see them make the playoffs, but I knew that they weren't going to win. But it's also in the back of my head, it's like if you just could get in, who knows what happens. But the Cubs are the most talented team in the division. And all year when the Cardinals were in first, when Milwaukee was killing in first, I'm like, look, the team to beat is still the Cubs, because that's what you're measuring yourself against. It's not even that they're the champs, they just have the best division. They have the best roster from top to bottom. And at some point I kept saying they'll turn it around or we'll come back, regress. Everyone's going to regress to the mean, and this will outlast everyone. And that's pretty much what they did.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
But the thing that bothered me was at the deadline, like, okay, so you guys pretty much did nothing.
Now a swing and a ball.
You traded Lee.
In the air over toward foul ground. Oh no, he
off the tip of the glove. Oof.
Man, I think he thought he was going to get another break.
It's a big break. They didn't do anything. You could have moved Lynn. Like, I just need to know, like, what are we doing? Are we all in? Or are we playing for the future? Make up your mind. Can't be both. And that's kind of what the Cardinals do. So they need like a true sense of what this is what we're doing.
And here's the data from ShowTrack. I didn't think he was going to get to that one, but he did. And then to complete the play, he made a fantastic throw right on the money. That batter's got to feel like he got robbed on that ball.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care. He didn't get robbed. Just good play.
Here's Matt Carpenter. Seared down the first baseline. And a sliding attempt at first, but this
all right, I'll take that. Hit for the MVP.
Well, the shift didn't work that time. We watched him knock down a lot of balls on left-handed hitters, but he just pulled it right at the shift. Wasn't worried about it. Got the base hit.
I think it would be pretty cool to do. I have a list of 5 things off the top of my head that I want them to do. 1, you could say that player collision is okay. 2, online franchise. You don't even have to make it like do anything new. Just copy the same thing you have from offline into online. Everything, player quirks, scouting, training, everything being the same.
Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground.
3, which I know they'll never do, but I think it would be cool to have more commentators on the game. Kind of like how NBA 2K has. They have teams. So, hell, I don't even care if it's the same lines. I kind of do. But basically saying we could have 12 commentators, and depending on what you do, what games you have is just, kind of rotate through them. Still have these guys doing the MLB Network games, but then having, other ones for local radio games, away radio games, stuff like that, Keeps things fresh.
Swing and a hot shot toward third, and that finds some outfield grass. Hits a base hit.
That's going to be close. Richard safe.
In there.
And this is just a cut fastball. He's trying to sneak in the back door. He's unable to get it done. Leaves it right over the heart of the plate, and that's just too easy for a guy like this. He's licking his chops as the ball arrives, and he drills it to the outfield for an extra base hit.
And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in order.
Hey, these guys on defense are still within striking distance, but after that walk, one swing of the bat could really blow this thing wide open.
Hunter Strickland is called upon to pitch, really needing that double play ball. Bases are loaded here with only 1 man out. Michael Brantley will be the first to meet him here, and he'll do so in an enviable situation indeed. Bases loaded and only 1 out now.
This is the game right here for them. Because if we score, this game is over. And I see what you guys are saying.
The 1-0 delivery. And this is
maybe go the other way with that.
5-2 our score as we play inning number 7. And a fastball not close.
And Brantley and Jerko are two good guys to have. Just anything, just can't have a double play right here.
Harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Yep, you got to get the ball in the strike zone. You do not want to go down 3-1 because I'm sitting fastball if you do. How I'm still sitting fastball now.
1 to Brantley. Ripped down the first base line. There's one on the first, and doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. Back with more of Game 4 on MLB Network right after this. Here's Brian Dozier now. 0 for 1 for him.
Second baseman.
Into the windup.
Unfortunate. Why am I not surprised though?
Popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats.
Bonds is like literally not even joking.
And a check
Bonds is like God.
And it's ruled strike 2.
It should post.
Now here's the pitch. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2.
True. Judge needs to work on that. For sure. But Bonds, think about it. Bonds was going to be a 3,000 hit guy. Still would have had 500 home runs. The stolen bases. Might have won another MVP or 2. And all those go. For sure he would have been a Hall of Famer. But what I really want to focus on is his bat. He had such a great eye because he was a good hitter. And when he got all the power, we won't say why.
Another first pitch strike right there. Now he's over 70% so far in this game.
It's crazy.
Strike the hitters. That's why.
Okay, hold on a sec. Hold on a sec, Jays. Yeah, because it's not on. And I don't have anything for right now. I don't have the link thing on to... Let me look real quick. I don't think I have link protection on. I have it off. Oh, it's off. Because I see it. I don't know if you guys see it. If not, then I could just copy and paste it, but I see it here.
Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now.
Bonds' discipline is like on a scale of 0 to 100. Bonds is a 110. Pujols is probably like a 95. It just says deleted. Okay, I'll copy it.
Striding in once again, Hyun-Soo Kim. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
It is, but I had to completely redo it because of the issues with my laptop. So I haven't went through and changed this. Basically, it's just a viewer essentially. It has a few commands that it will do, like my Twitter command. It just has my commands pretty much. That's about it. All the link protection and the blacklisted words. It's nothing right now.
To retire the side. Giants are down 1-2-3. They trail 5-2.
But Barry Bonds, this is just honestly what amazes me about Barry Bonds. That this dude, when he hit 73 home runs in that area, would see one strike in the strike zone and literally would not swing at anything else. You get one pitch to hit, boom, gone. Like, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous to have that type of discipline, and you know he wanted the home runs. He was pressing for the home runs, and he was able to be so focused and disciplined to only swing at stuff in the strike zone. Unbelievable. To me, I don't think I will ever see a batter as great as him. I don't care about all the other stuff. I will never see a batter as great as I saw with him. Like, it is unbelievable. Pujols is really good. Cabrera good. Manny Ramirez was really good. And obviously, like I said, Tony Gwynn, one of my favorite players, really good. Bonds shits on all of them. Roided Bond shits on all of them. It's crazy.
Ready for another shot now, Johnny Peralta. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
That's just how I feel. OPS is it on base plus slugging?
And that misses low and away.
Yeah. So, well, I'll wait and see what you say about on base plus slugging, because I can explain that to you if need be, or try to.
Swinging a soft liner on to first, and he's breezing through the eighth here with 2 quick outs.
The batter, number 50, pitcher Adam Wainwright.
I'll show you. We can look at it real quick. I'll get a little bit of a mental break. So obviously, average is the actual hit that gets you on base. On base percentage factors in 2 other things: errors and walks. So most people, well, pretty much everyone, should have higher on base percentage than average because you get walked. Now, slugging is every base counts as 1. And if I'm wrong in explaining this, feel free to interject. So a single is 1, double 2, triple 3, home run 4. So if I have 1 plate appearance and I hit a home run, my average is 1,000. Or let's do it this way instead. I go 1 for 4 in the game, and my 1 hit was a home run. My average is 250 because I reached base 1 out of 4 times. But for slugging, it's 1,000 because I got 4 bases. So 4 bases divided by 4 plate appearances gives me my slugging. It's 100 or 1,000, sorry, because I got 4 bases. I always hate having to explain that because it just sounds weird. Bring Big City in. He had a pinch hit home run in game 2, so we'll see what he can do now. Can't complain. Waino gave me 7 very strong innings. 1 jam. Got himself through, and boom, good. That sounds right. Okay.
In the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game.
So actually, let me see if I can do this, because this will like really hammer home the point, Carpenter. It won't let me look at it here. Okay, Jed. He's batting 267. As you see his average up there, I was like pointing at the TV like you guys can see my finger. But you look at his on-base percentage because of a walk or 2. And then you look at his slugging. His slugging is so high because he has 2 home runs. So he has multiple hits, of course. Or, sorry, 2. He's got 3 home runs in this series. That right there alone is 12 bases. So 12 divided by 15, boom. That's 800 for your slugging, or 80% if you want to look at it that way. However you want to, whatever you want to call that. But then he obviously has more hits because his average is 267. I believe he has one more hit. Don't remember what it was. But there you go. It's very, very helpful. Because slugging basically tells you, like, slugging is more you controlling how much you impact the game, in my opinion, because if you have a high slugging, that means you're getting a lot of extra base hits, would help your team a lot. Yo, Red Wings, what's up, dude? Long time no see. You come at a good time. For multiple reasons. One, I'm in the playoffs. Two, I will be starting NHL pretty soon. Not tonight, but within the next week. Yeah, they're not making playoffs. Don't troll me. There's multiple Cardinal fans here. We know. They're not making playoffs. You don't have to rub it in. But at least we can celebrate the Cardinals doing good in my franchise.
He's set. Here's the 2-2.
Kind of why I like baseball, AZ, because there's so many stats. Like, literally, you can find the perfect stat for exactly what you want to find out about a player.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And again, he's unable to keep it fair.
How do they bat on the road with runners in scoring position? How do they bat in late inning situations? What is their average in this count?
Here it comes. Lifted in the air to center field.
What's their slugging percentage? Like, there's so many things. Like, what do they bat with 2 outs? All kinds of stats. They do not control their own destiny. The Rockies have to lose all 3 games, and they are playing the Dodgers, who will not be playing their starters all 3 games because they have everything clinched. We're not going to the playoffs. First of all, we're not sweeping Milwaukee. That's number 1. 2, the Rockies will not get swept by the Dodgers, so it's done.
Ready for another chance? Jared Parker, no hits in 2 trips to the plate.
That's fine. To me, still, I don't like Matheny, and I look forward to him being gone. That said, I still think the Cardinals, with the roster that they have, I think the Cardinals overachieved this year. I did not think that they would be better than 500. I know that sounds kind of mean, but I just don't think their roster is that talented, especially with the way some of the players played this season. No way in hell.
And he's behind 0-2 now.
Tell you what, that was a nice swing after the sequence, following a fastball to get a changeup and you foul it off. Pretty good approach.
And he lays off the curveball.
We're getting close, guys. 5 outs away.
Number 1.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 strikes.
They need to get committed to some of these guys too.
He didn't give his opponent too much credit.
It's like they're really indecisive. Like, instead of just going with this guy or going with that guy, like they just, we'll keep both or keep all of them. We'll hedge our bets.
And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Damn it, Matt.
Well, that's a perfect example of taking the ball inside out. You know, you hear that terminology, stay inside the ball. Right there, he took the ball inside and shot it the other way for the base hit.
Ricky Sheldon will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Who was the last guy to bat? We're up in, I think Adams was. I'm not going to lie. I don't have time for this.
Now action in the bullpen as they're close.
If you have to come in and get a 5-out save, I don't care.
Ball 1.
And I agree.
Change-up away was one thing and one thing only.
I agree with you on saves.
Nice job to lay off.
I just want, like, I don't necessarily like a specialty thing. I just want people to,
and a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2.
anyone who goes in the game just to be productive.
Pitch rides in on him here as this is
All right, that's 1 out. Or 2 outs, I'm sorry, in the inning.
Takes charge and he's got it. 2 down.
Too many, yeah. To me, Fowler wasn't even necessary. I felt like they did Fowler just because they got him just because they were trying to weaken the Cubs and make a big splash. Fowler wasn't a splash. He was injured, he was inconsistent, had a rough start to the season. He's not a great defensive, center fielder, outfielder in general. I just didn't like it.
Ready. Here's the first offering. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. A runner on first with 2 away. And here's
all right, we're through 8. 3 outs away from the NLCS and the damn Dodgers. Yeah, I don't dislike Fowler as a player or as a person, but I didn't think he was the right fit for the Cardinals. He's a great base runner, which is nice. It's one thing that the Cardinals, they needed to upgrade production in the outfield, but I don't think that was the right guy to get. Don't ask me who it was, because I don't know. But then again, I thought Piscotty would have a better year this year. Piscotty struggled. He wasn't healthy. I know he had some family issues going on too, so that doesn't help.
Inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Well, they really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
And now a curveball.
Hey, that's the problem. The Cardinals have a bunch of players, and I don't know who should be staying, who should be going. And I think they might feel the same way because they feel like, well, if we keep this guy and he doesn't pan out, we'll just screw ourselves over.
Now the pitch. Hit out towards second. There is Dozier. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
I need to see Bryce Harper a little bit more before I make a decision on that.
Digging in to try it again, Aledmus Diaz. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Slow roller back to the mound. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Digging in and looking for more, Matt Carpenter. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day.
Rocky's teeth.
Into the windup and the pitch. And this
I thought I was about to hammer that.
Down the left field line. Foul, strike 1.
The benefit of not having a tough schedule when everyone else seems to, aka the Angels. But they had a really good year. I know a lot of people projected them to finish in last place.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. 1-2, here it comes. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Another 2-2 offering. Goes the other way, and this is in the
Ziegler trolling again. Another week of Ziegler being Ziegler.
And that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Cardinals. They're still out in front, 5-2.
To the knee. I don't want it on the elbow because if it hits my funny bone. And plus, like, my legs are bigger. I mean, yeah, Jays, you're right. That's the obvious answer. But I'm not trying to take one to the elbow. I feel like it'd break my arm. The knee, I have pretty strong legs, so I feel a little bit more confident. And also, I could try to twist it so maybe it catches me in the back of the knee. You know, help myself out a little bit.
2-1-0. If a man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth.
2-1-0.
All right. Alright, here we go. The top of the order one more time.
In there, no balls and a strike.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. The 1-1 pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Him out of his shoes with that changeup.
I wouldn't blame you then. I'd have to think. Because I would say, like, people, to me it's like with wrestling taking bumps.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Brantley going back at the track. The wall. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to left.
Ultimately, I'd want to take it on the back if I could. Or the thigh for sure. Back or thigh. Just turn, a dip, and just don't hit me in the head.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
Here's Buster Posey now. Swing and lift the ball fouled off to the left and out of play.
No, absolutely not. That's not enough money. Hell, 500,000 isn't enough money. I think it'd be the equivalent of getting hit in the nuts. That's how much pain I think it would be. And I'm not. I saw what Randy Johnson did to a bird. Nope, not me.
Brian Dozier, 1 run in and 1 gone so far at the center.
I saw what happened.
In there at the knees.
Not taking the chance on me.
Pitch got him looking right there. With a star hitter like this guy, it is always good to get ahead
nope.
of the count.
The 0-1. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1.
In the back or the thigh. In the back, I'd still be mad. The back, I might go out on the mound.
And there's ball 2 now.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all.
Stop your heart on contact.
Wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
Now the 2-1. Swing and a ball hit deep down the left field line, but that'll be a loud foul ball.
Oh, he saw that changeup really nice. He just wasn't able to keep it fair.
Good job to spoil that one away.
The other side.
Man, I like the last 2 pitches. The changeup and then the fastball. He's late with the swing on the fastball right there. You got him in between right now.
I have to think about that. I'm going to probably still say no, though.
Pitch of the at-bat coming up. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
Ready with another 2-strike offering. And that changeup didn't tempt anybody and misses for ball 3. Now the 3-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground. He can reach it first, but he can't flag it down.
10-pitch at bat, and the final one, he just says, here's my fastball, I dare you to hit it, and he got the base hit. What a battle between those 2 guys.
Bullpen's letting me down right now.
Mike Moustakas now. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 1-0 takes a knee-high fastball. His career numbers against
into a double play, please.
4 for 12. The 1-1 pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
Yep, our bullpen rotation should be entertaining for sure.
In the dirt here, and a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a little tapper.
They're in the zone. They're like really fouling everything off.
Ready with another 2-strike offering. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway.
Hopefully Reyes will come back,
Really
I won't say better.
right there. So you're moving the ball all the way.
Barry, you're right.
What do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just
this is in my actually I take it back. No, this is the second year in my franchise, so this is 2018. So I guess this is fair, but I don't want this to be a loss. It was 5-2 coming into this inning.
Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1.
Funny enough, the Giants made the playoffs the first year in this franchise, and they lost in the wild card game to the Cubs, who ended up winning a championship. Shocking. Nope, I've broken a hand, and that was painful. I will pass. I'm like, 20,000 is not a, it's not life-changing enough for me. Yes. Bear, thanks for the follow, and the Cardinals are going LCS.
They'll move on to the NL Championship Series.
Follow hype. He just prepped us. Bear prepped us for a special moment. Sorry, Giants.
Well, my advice
We advance.
is to enjoy this moment, celebrate with teammates, and then realize that none of it will matter if they don't get back to work in the NLCS. They've wet their beaks with this postseason success. Now they want some more.
So the lineup really helped carry them to victory.
Jed Jerko had a huge game.
This man was a big reason why.
Huge series.
Player of the game.
Yeah, he came through a multi-hit game, and more importantly, they were big hits. He was a key contributor to the outcome of this one.
That he was, because remember the home run right there? That put us up 3-1, and he added 2 RBIs throughout the game. Give me the 500. When I get to 500, I will stream Sonic 06. That's depressing, just thinking about that. When I get to 400, though, I will stream Metal Gear Solid 1, so pretty excited. Alright, AZ. Thanks.
Our final line score tonight.
We'll look at the highlights real quick, and then we'll advance and see who will be on the other side.
Left 8 men on base. For the Giants,
But that was a cutter inside that he hammered into the cove. 1-0.
3 men on base.
First hit allowed by Wainwright.
Pitcher is Adam Wainwright. The loss goes to Jaime Garcia.
We answer.
3 hours.
Speaking of Metal Gear in the background, that's Metal Gear Solid 2 Dead Cell.
Tonight's paid attendance, 41,000.
And as I was saying earlier, Jed, 2-run home run.
For attending tonight's game at AT&T Park. And remind you to please buckle up and drive home safely.
Oh yeah, this is a great game. Like, I love this series. It has some flaws, but still, it's a great series. Posey with the single after Crawford hits a double, make it 3-2. We pitch out of trouble to get out. 2-run single by Jed. Guy would have scored from second anyway, Brantley, so it didn't matter. And then at the bottom of the 9th, Crawford leads off for the opposite field home run, and I did cringe because I got kind of nervous, like, no. Don't tell me we're going to blow another lead. And then we get Kim to fly out to left, and we're going to face the Dodgers. Yeah, not that far away from 400. So I'm pretty excited because I want to play Metal Gear Solid, but I feel like I'll wait for that, because that would be a nice milestone, because for 300 I played Sonic 1 through 3. Which I thought it was a pretty fun stream. Poor crowd sitting there like, man, season's over, they had a good run. I'll take my W though.
My dear, you do not know me, but I know you very well. Now let me